How's it going, YouTube? It is me, just keep that in mind. Otherwise known as JKTIM. Dusty's not with me at the moment because I'm in my smoking room and I don't want him around my cigarette smoke. So let's cut to the chase here. So a few days ago I made a video, basically telling Silent Rob that, hey, I'm willing to put all this bullshit behind us and talk to you and be mature and be men, shake hands. We don't necessarily have to be friends, but we can be cool with each other and move on. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to have a nice conversation with Rob and put all this crap behind us, be cool with each other, and just go back to doing what we were usually doing. Because, folks, I wanted no part of this drama. I know I've said that a bunch of times, but I really didn't. But Rob did a stream, and he brought his toothless sycophant drunken punk in, and because of that, I was dragged right into this bullshit. So, Rob, you've got nobody to blame for but yourself and your sycophant that you refuse to put on a leash for all this bullshit happening to you. Sorry, Rob. It's all your fault. And Punk's too. Punk is equally to blame. So, yeah, I made this video where I try to be mature and, offer to have a mature conversation with Rob, and he posted a comment, being the mature man that he is, so let's read his comment.
I got nothing to say to you, bro. Your chances of talking it out flew out the window when you stood on video covered in bird shit botting my channel. You showed how petty you were right there. Punk did not sexually assault you, end of story. And you saying otherwise is a slap in the face to people who have been molested, including people I know. Punk is socially awkward, and you knew this going in. Shit, I'd piss on your toilet seat too, bro. You and Ace are nothing to me. Leave me alone, bro.
Oh, Rob. I thought you were pathetic before, but reading your little reply to my video, and like I said, I wanted to be mature and adult-like and settle things diplomatically with Rob, but he posts this train wreck of a comment. So let's just dissect this comment here that Rob left me. He left me this comment twice on both of his main accounts. So apparently it's very important for him to leave this comment since he did it twice. So let's just go through step by step and dissect it. So, the first thing he says,
I got nothing to say to you, bro.
oh, Rob, I find that so hilarious. Since you and your fans have been unable to shut up about me and Asa for weeks on your little circle jerk Facebook page, Face Destroyers United, you've made multiple streams about me and Asa. You've made videos about me and Asa. So it seems to me, Rob, you've got a lot to say to me, as well as Asa. So you just saying that is a bunch of bull. Don't pretend, Rob. Don't pretend, because I know better. So you get all this stuff to say about us, why not say it to our faces? It's because you're scared, Rob. You're a coward. But let's move on here.
Your chances of talking it out flew out the window when you stood on video covered in bird shit botting my channel.
You have no right to complain about me botting your channel, Rob. You threw the punch at me first. You threw the first punch by letting your toothless sycophant go on your little stream and talk about how he's this sweet, innocent little flower who's never done anything wrong in his life, and dragged me and Ace under a bus just so he could rub his gums on your cock. You did this to yourself, Rob. I would have never bothered you had I not been dragged in. You could have dragged Punk in and Arbiter and had your little circle jerk bash Asa Fest, not brought me up at all. And you would have been fine. I would have never done anything to your channel. But you decided to drag me into it, so I had to retaliate. You punched me, I punched you back. That's your main problem, Rob. I retaliated. You wanted me to bend over and let you give it to me up the ass the way Down Phoenix did, and I refused. And that makes you mad. That makes you mad, Rob. Let's not pretend here that's your real problem.
So don't sit here and act like, oh, I won't talk to you because you gave me fake views and you botted my channel.
You've been afraid of talking to me for years. I've tried to talk to you for like 2 years, but you refused, even before the botting, Rob. And you know it. You've been afraid to talk to me. You know this, Rob. You're a scared little child. And if you want proof of Rob being a scared little child, just go watch Asa's drama class stream that he did a couple weeks ago, and you will see Rob is a scared little child. When Asa brought him into a phone call, he's sitting there, oh, you're not letting me talk, you're not letting me talk. You know, he's trying to intimidate Asa, and it's pathetic. Just like you are, Rob, you're pathetic. So quit pretending here, Rob. The reason why you won't talk to me is because you're a scared, red-headed little child who knows that if I talk to you, you would shit your pants. That is the reason. That is the reason. Don't act like it's anything else. And as for the bird shit thing, you know what? Yeah. Dusty pooped on my shoulder. Cockatiels, which is the kind of bird that Dusty is, cockatiels poop once every 15 minutes. They poop a lot. So yeah, he pooped on my shoulder. He poops on my shoulder every day. That's part of being a bird owner. I've been owning birds all my life. You learn to get used to it. You learn to notice that sort of thing. So don't give me this whole bullcrap of, oh, you put on my channel. That's an excuse, Rob. You know it. You're scared to talk to me. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And I just find it funny that the guy who is like this legendary YouTube shit talker, who went against the Archfiend and went against Razor Fist and went against Alpha, is scared to talk to little old JKTIM. You really are that cowardly, Rob. And I just find it so amusing. But let's continue.
You showed how petty you were right there.
Oh, you're calling me petty? If there was ever a case of pot calling the freaking kettle black. My gosh, Rob. You're the guy who made a 2-hour stream crying in Ace's shoulder just because Alpha made a joke about you and Razor Fist laughed at it during their little, their podcast. What was it, like the Hate Pit box? I don't know. But Alpha made a little joke, Razor laughed at it, and you cried like a bitch to Asa for 2 hours in your stream. And you're calling me petty? And yeah, I'm definitely petty. I can be really petty at times. But Rob, you're so petty that you could be a heartbreaker. You really are. Crying over a little joke that Alpha made after you made a multiple hour stream completely shitting on Alpha. He's not allowed to retaliate. And that's my thing. You want to shit on people, but you shit your pants when the people that you shit on retaliate. That's your problem with me. That's your problem with everybody else. I'll reiterate this again. You're a coward, Rob. You're a coward. But let's continue.
Punk did not sexually assault you. End of story. You saying otherwise is a slap in the face to people who've been molested, including people I know.
Well, Rob, you can deny it all you want, but I was sexually assaulted. I got two cops to agree with me that I was sexually assaulted. Granted, one of them was my brother, So you can make the whole bias argument there. But the fact is, him and another cop agreed with me that I was sexually assaulted. Some good tea right here. Good tea. Now, I would gladly take two cops' words, two law enforcement officers' words, over you and your idiot fans' words. Here's the thing, Rob. You know that Punk sexually assaulted me. You know that he did. But you're in denial. You're in denial because you know that if you do admit that Punk sexually assaulted me, that would completely invalidate the stream you did against me and Asa. And you're too proud to admit it. And the thing that really drives me bonkers is that if the roles were reversed, if I was the one fondling Randy during that stream, which I would never do, by the way, the only way I would ever even consider touching Randy is if somebody had a gun pointed at my head and threatened to shoot unless I didn't. But if the roles were reversed and it was me doing that to Randy, I just know that you and your sycophants would be sitting there going, "Oh, David is this sexual predator. He's disgusting. Look at him, fondling drunken Punk." But no, since, this is the guy who's like your number one sycophant at the moment. This is the guy who's kissing your ass. You and your fans are in complete denial. And it really is disgusting. It just goes to show the kind of disgusting people you attract, Rob. I bet the kind of people who watch you, Rob, are the kind of people who like to watch Daddy of 5 abuse his kids on camera. That's what I think. But your denial's hilarious. Especially since, like I said, I could have pressed charges. I got two cops on my side, but you're saying, no. You know, you accuse me of slapping people in the face who were actually sexually assaulted. I think it's an even bigger slap in the face to deny my story of my true blue genuine sexual assault. And not only that, but go on your little Circle Jerk Facebook page and make fun of me for it. That's the real slap in the face, Rob. That's the real slap in the face, and you know it. You are in denial. You want so bad to believe all of Drunken Punk's bullshit about me and Asa that you're willing to excuse his sexual assault and your fans, and that makes you and your fans disgusting. But what really drives me up the wall is you got Drunken Punk in your stream. Drunken Punk is completely fucking bonkers. This guy has 10 different mental disorders for every tooth he doesn't have. Alright? He's so crazy that he had to spend several days living in an insane asylum because he's that mad. And he goes on Rob's stream and says all this crazy shit about me and Asa. And instead of Rob and his fans, being actually objective and smart and thinking and, considering themselves, hey, this guy's a little bit off the wall. Maybe some of the stuff he says is a little bit bullshitty. No, you believe all of his verbal diarrhea without questioning a bit of it. A bit of it. But I got evidence of Punk sexually assaulting me. And I got the vouch of two cops. But that's still not enough. That's still not enough. Despite the video evidence, despite cops, law enforcement officers taking my side, you refuse to believe it. But you will believe all the crap that Punk spews out of his toothless mouth. Oh, Rob. You and your fans. As low as I think you guys can possibly go, you defy my expectations and go even lower. You and your fans sicken me. But let's move on here. Let's see. Punk is socially awkward, and you knew this going in. Yeah, I knew he was socially awkward. I didn't think he was that socially awkward. I know a lot of socially awkward people. They don't do the kind of crap that he does. fuck? You're literally trying to, excuse his sexually predatory behavior on him being
Socially awkward.
That flies in the face of all these socially awkward people, a lot of socially awkward friends that I have. Because you're just excusing them saying,
Hey, it's okay to be a sexual predator. As long as you got shit to say about David Nason, that's okay.
you're a piece of shit, Rob, and so is Drunken Punk. The fact that you're trying to excuse this whole thing on him being socially awkward is a joke. It's insane to me, Rob, how desperate you are to keep this slander up. To keep Drunken Punk's slander of us up. You're too prideful to admit the fact that he did sexually assault me. Because if you did, that would invalidate that whole stream you did. But you and Punk, you have a friendship together that is based on mutual hate of me and Asa, and you refuse to let that go. That's all your friendship's based on, mutual hatred of me and Asa. I know you didn't give a shit about Drunken Punk until he talked shit about me and Asa in your stream. And it's just showing how desperate and pathetic you are by defending his predatory behavior just so you can keep that slander up. You're disgusting, Rob. You really are. But let's continue here.
Shit, I'd piss on your toilet seat too, bro.
Oh, I'm sure you would. I'm sure you're just as bad as aiming at Drunken Punk. Or rather, you're just as bad as aiming as Drunken Punk is. Because you and Drunken Punk are pretty much the same person. You're a bunch of spineless cowards who just wants to talk crap behind people's backs, but once they confront you, you shit yourselves and hide behind your fans or whatever. Only difference between you and Drunken Punk is that you've got more teeth and talent. And I can admit that Rob's got some talent. I think Rob makes some good videos. I ain't afraid to admit that. But yeah, I mean... The thing is, Rob, I know that once you and Punk inevitably have a falling out, because there's no way you're going to tolerate Drunken Punk's bullshit the way Ace and I did. You're going to get tired of him once this drama just completely goes away. And you probably will have a falling out. And once you have that falling out, you and your fans are going to be like,
oh, well, he sexually assaulted JKTIM. He pissed all over the toilet seat.
But since Punk is on your side now, you and your sycophants are willing to excuse it. Purely because he wants to talk shit about me and Asa. But let's move on here.
You and Ace are nothing to me. Leave me alone, bro.
Oh, you want us to leave you alone? I wanted nothing to do with you in the first place, Rob. But you and your little sycophant Punk dragged me in. I would have said nothing. If you and Punk just did a little stream together where you shit on Asa and not brought me up at all, I would have stayed completely out of it. But you wanted to drag me in. You dragged me in, so I had to mess with you. And you didn't like it. So you want to use that as an excuse to not talk to me, even though the reality is that you're a coward. If we're nothing to you, how come you can't shut up about us, Rob? You've made multiple streams about me and Asa. You've made videos about me and Asa. You talk about me and Asa constantly, and so do your fans in your little Circle Jerk Facebook page, but you want nothing to do with us. I wanted nothing to do with you in the first place. You should have just left me out of it. But you didn't, Rob. So you have to pay the consequences, you fucking coward. So that's all for this comment. This stupid, worthless comment. And then he left a comment, another comment with one of his many sock puppet accounts where he goes,
Archtaker fraud, actually, Rob blocked your trolling ass 46 times and invited you to a Discord.
Yeah, you wanted to bring him into a Discord where he's surrounded by you and your Circle Jerk fans. You were too cowardly to talk to him privately, so you wanted to have the backing of the idiots who were dumb enough to watch you.
And you're too big of a pussy to go through.
Yeah, I like how you're too big of a pussy to talk to me. Yeah.
You're the real pussy here, Rob, not Arch Taker Fraud. Rob fucking destroyed David and Asa. Why would he want to go on Skype where these idiots can record it?
Well, you can record it too, Rob. You've got that ability. But you make the argument that you destroyed me. Buddy boy, let me tell you something right here. I am a lab engineer. And I'm not rich by any means. I'm not like a millionaire thing. But I do pretty damn good for myself. I have a pretty damn good lifestyle. You work at Walmart. You're my age. I thought you were a few years older than me, but it turns out that you're the same age as me. You work at a fucking Walmart. You want to talk about how you destroyed me? Dude, I destroy you every day just based on my in real life lifestyle. You can say all the crap about us you want. All you're going to do is get a bunch of idiots angry at me and Asa and, give thumbs down and leave mean comments. But the real world is the only world that matters. Not the YouTube world, but the real world. And in the real world, I got you by the balls so hard because I make so much more money than you, Rob. So much more money. I have a much more luxurious lifestyle. And you live in your little apartment that's about the size of a shoebox. And I laugh at you, Rob. You're pathetic. Your little fucking pissant Walmart job that probably pays like $9 an hour. Don't make me laugh, Rob. You don't destroy jack shit, you fucking cart pusher. Go back out in the parking lot and pick up some more stray carts, you fucking loser. Pick up those stray carts and grow some balls and talk to me and Asa. You can bring in your toothless sycophant. How about you, me, Asa, and Drunken Punk talk like fucking men on Skype personally? No recording. Just us talking and trying to hash shit out. But I know you're not going to do it. I know Punk's not going to do it because you're cowards. Asa and I would be glad to do it. Because we're not cowards and we wanted to handle things like men. But because you and Punk are bullies and cowards and chicken shit, you don't want to talk to us. Well, I'm putting my hat in the ring once again, Rob. You and Punk want to talk to me and Asa? We'll do it. But you won't because you guys are scared. You're scared, Rob. Don't pretend it's for any other reason. You are scared. You want to talk about how you're so good at owning people and tearing people apart? You're not even willing to do it to me and Asa in person. Because when you talk to Asa on the phone, he tore your ass a whole new one. In front of all your fans. You listen to that phone call that Asa and Rob had, and you listen to Rob, that is the sound of a scared little boy. Not a man, but a scared boy. And you're a boy, Rob. You got a boy's job. Pushing carts at Walmart. What a fucking... I used to push carts at Walmart. Let me tell you something, folks. That's the most degrading job anybody can do. Being a cart pusher at Walmart, that's so degrading. I had a couple of friends who worked at McDonald's as burger flippers. They used to make fun of me for being a cart pusher at Walmart. That's how degrading that job is. It's humiliating. And that to me was just a little throwaway job that I did, on the path to my current career. But that's what Rob does for a living. He's a cart pusher at Walmart. Rob, how bad do you have to fuck up in life to be a Walmart cart pusher at our age? You're pathetic. Fucking Walmart loser. Oh man, I feel sorry for you, Rob, because if I were still pushing carts at Walmart, I'd be going to my grandma's house and sticking my head in a gas oven. Walmart cart pusher. You haven't destroyed shit, Rob. The only thing you've destroyed is your own life. Standing around in Walmart's parking lot and pushing shopping carts around, helping 90-year-olds load groceries into their car. You're a fucking failure, Rob, and so is your toothless sycophant Drunken Punk. You guys are cowards. You guys are chicken shit. You do not have the balls to face me and Asa in a private Skype call. And I will call you out and say it right now. To all of Rob's fans who think that Rob's this big tough guy who ain't afraid to talk shit to people, I say this to you, Face Destroyers, because I'm sure that you think that Rob completely destroyed me and Asa. Why won't he destroy us to our faces on Skype? Why won't he do it? Why won't he come up with Drunken Punk and talk some real shit to us? Challenge Rob on this, Face Destroyers. Question him on this. If he's this big tough guy who ain't afraid to talk shit about anyone, anytime, any place, anywhere, why won't he talk to me and Asa with his little sycophant Punk? Do it, Rob. I dare you. I dare you and Punk to get into a private Skype call with me and Asa. Because I'm sure you think you can just destroy us. But deep down, you know the opposite's true. We would destroy your ass. And you want to complain about people recording Skype calls? You can do it too. You and Punk can do it. I don't care. Record and put it on your channel. I don't care. The fact is, though, you and Punk are both cowards. Punk did sexually assault me, and you're in such denial because you want to keep the slander going on. You're willing to excuse his sexual assault just to keep the slander going on. When the reality is, I know deep down you know that I'm right. You know that I'm right, Rob. So let's do it. I'm throwing the hat down. Me and Asa against you and Drunken Punk in a private Skype call. Do you want to do it, Rob? Or are you going to chicken out again? Because you always do. You always chicken out when it comes to talking to me. Because you're a coward. I'm willing to call you a coward in front of you and all your fans. And your fans are going to make excuses for all your cowardice and Punk's cowardice. But it doesn't matter. And you know that because they're nothing more than strangers online. Strangers online who at the end of the day have nothing to do with you and they're not your friends. But you know I'm right. So come on, Rob. Do it. I dare you. Quit being a buck-toothed coward for once in your life. Go out in Walmart's parking lot and collect your carts. You know, being the worthless cart put. I wish I could just watch you push carts for a day, Rob. I want to see you with your 5', 800 pound scrawny ass with your garden hose arms trying to push a line of 10 carts up into the cart corral. That'd be hilarious. But no, you go out, push your carts, come home, get Drunken Punk, and face me and Asa like a fucking man. Prove that you're a fucking man, Rob, not the coward that you truly are. Because you are a coward. You are a chicken shit coward. That's all you've ever been, that's all you ever will be. And that's all I gotta say.